Good morning guys, so here we are at Geek Retreat already. I'm going to do the deck profile at the end of the video because I needed to pick up a card before doing it. So I've got the card now, we're going into locals, possibly 4 rounds today. So we'll see how we do and hopefully we can go 3-1, but I'll be happy with a 2-2 record. And I'll check in with you guys after game 1. Until then, see you then. Okay, so here we are in round 1. We are against a relatively new player. I won the dice roll, I'm going first, and I go ahead and activate Polymerization, fusing off MSC and I think Gazelle? No, Edrimp Chain, sorry, into the Birthmark Fusion. So we go ahead, we search here, chain 1, that, and then Edrimp Chain to search for the Fractal Patchwork, which I now activate, which allows me to grab another Edrimp Chain and another copy of Polymerization. So, having a little think here, I'll go ahead and activate the Poly, fuse off Albaz and the Edrimp in hand, I believe. Sorry, a Berthamet. Sorry, fused off Albaz and the Berthamet to go into Lubellion effect to shuffle back, and then the Berthamet to spec back the Emeracy of the House of Wax. So, just explain what it does, because it's already on the field. It doesn't do a lot. However, his monsters will be negated at the end of his battle phase until his start of his next battle phase. So that's my opponent's turn. I had to remind him to draw for turn. Like I said, he is a relatively new player, so he goes out, activates the Cynic Codec, and I'm cool playing against a Cynic deck. Is one of those things where is what it is. Then he goes ahead and plays Sport World. So so he ditches his mage. I had to explain a few times what Small World does with the bridging. I'm still not 100% sure that he bridged correctly, but it is what it is. Like I say, he's a new player. We're here to help. We're here to teach at the end of the day, and that's what I hoped we could do. So we just left him to it. I'm cool with it. We're getting what we need. He's getting what he needs. We're all good. There's no need for anything further than that, really. So then now he gets his bridge. Literally instantly ditches the monster he searched for off the bridge. So I was a bit like, okay, cool. Sounds good to me, Chief. Summons his Firewall Defensor. The Defensor links off, and then he specs out the Firewall. It's not Guardian. I can't remember what this guy's called. It's the level 5 one either way, so it's not the good one. But so there you go. He gets him out. He gets his Pyrex Seed effect. He goes for all of this stuff, and it's okay, cool. Right, let's see what you can cook. So he goes into the side deck. In Kotoka Inverted, I think that one's called. And he searches a trap card because of the Firewall Dragon that got sent to the grave. And cool. Sounds good. Like, let's see what you can do. Like, cook for me. I want to see. I want to see this stuff. Show me what you got. And he's still going, which is great. I want to see a decent Firewall deck. I love Firewall Dragon. Anyone who's followed my channel for a while knows I played Math Mech, and then very much Firewall Math Mech towards the end. So I want to see it. Show me it. And we get Defensor out. He gets another one. I had to explain he couldn't special summon back to the extra monster zone here again. Still learning, and that's what we're here to teach. At the end of the day, that's one of the best things about this is I am here to teach. So he's going off now, doing what he needs to do. I'm explaining what my monsters do, so he understands. And then I think he links off into one of the big ones now, I believe. I could be wrong. So what's he linking to here in the end? He links 3, links 4. That's all good. So we go over like exactly how like all of this stuff sort of works with the links, and I think that's decode. So I banish it, and then I explain like he can still chain the decode. So he goes ahead and changes the decode here to draw a card, but decode then gets banished. So yeah, it's all good. We're still cooking. He's still cooking. We're off. We're doing what we're doing. He's doing what he does. And then I think he passed there because obviously my things can't be destroyed by battle. The weaker ones and the stronger ones he can't get over anyway. I go ahead and activate that branded fusion, and then see what he wants to do from there. He activates his trap card to negate and banish my branded fusion, and so I can't activate another one with the same name until the end of the next turn. Which, yeah, cool, fair enough. Sounds good. So I normal summon Gazelle. Gazelle effect now activates, and yeah, we go from there. And now it's our turn to cook. Get another Berthmat out to dump, but I've got the Gazelle, I've got the Berthmat as well. So yeah, all of our combos are now going off. We send the Kotal, we add the Mirror Sword Knight. I explain what the Kotal does. Add back the Mirror Sword Knight. I go ahead and activate that, fusing them off into the big illusion monster. Explain what he does. He can attack twice, 0 off the attacks as he swings. So I swing into Kotoka Inverted, making. Okay, so that was the end of round 1. I was playing against a new guy who was really nice. As you saw, he just scooped game 2 with more talking about his deck and the combos he could do. And yeah, we sat down afterwards, we went over everything. And talked about his deck build. And yeah, he's a really nice guy. And you know, we're 1-0 up, so hopefully we can keep that going. And we're against Mark round 2. And as you know, I love playing Mark, so let's see how we get on. Okay, so here we are in round 2, and we're against Mark, who won the dice roll, and he goes out ahead and activates Wanted, searches for his Dire Bellstar. He's on Snake Eyes Fire King, and he tells me like it's a little iffy his combo plays here because he didn't open any of the Fire King stuff, so he is literally just relying on the Snake Eyes package, which, you know, let's be fair about it, definitely strong enough to be relied on. He activates a spell card, he does all this stuff. I'll be honest, I still don't really know what a lot of these cards do. I'm too poor to be able to buy these cards, so I haven't really looked into them that much. But yeah, he's going off on doing all this cool stuff, and it's like, okay, I see you. And he goes off, puts his Dire Bellstar, Flamebird's Dragon and thing. He links off to Link Rebo. And then he activates something here to get the Flamebird's Dragon up. And it's like, okay, cool, I see you. I would say I understand, but reality is I do not understand. I have no idea what's going on. He's just spamming level 1s and then linking them off and doing all sorts of crazy ass shit. And it's like, okay, yeah. I fully follow and understand exactly what you're doing. Reality is I don't know what he's doing. But if you're ever unsure, just ask. You know, your opponents are always helpful, and Mark's always helpful. Like, he lets me read all his cards. He explains things that I don't understand, and you know, I'm not an idiot. Like, if I don't understand it, I don't understand it. I'm not going to pretend like I understand it because that's just stupid. Like, who in their right mind would pretend to understand the card? Because, you know, like, that is stupid. But yeah, he just Popper goes off. My hand's not great. I super poly. I ditch a card. Yeah, I super poly again. I ditch another card. So here I super poly twice. Remember that, right? You name one other deck or one other combo that can play through 2 super polys. Like, that is ridiculous. Because not only can he play through it, it gives him all his extenders and stuff, and it's just like, my guy, stop. Like, just stop. But you know, if you got the juice, you got the juice. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, he's got the juice. And yeah, he just cooks me. Like, there's no question. He absolutely cooks me up, and because like he stopped the gazelle effect, so now he's popping off and just going. You know, like I've got my super poly monsters, I've got you know this and that, but realistically, I ain't got nothing. I've got no back row, I've got no protection, I've got no hand trap worth a damn. You know, it's rough. It's rough out here, but it is what it is, I guess. See what happens, and we go from there. But yeah, as like I said, like we get cooked pretty hard here. He's going off. There's nothing I can do. I can't stop him. He knows I can't stop him. And yeah. So, like I said, so yeah, I'm a bit quiet on this one because there's not a whole lot I can say. He's doing all these combos. I don't know these combos. I don't know these plays. I don't know this deck. So, you know, all I can tell you is he just goes off. Like, he just goes fucking mental on this. And I'm just, like, left sat there like, cool. I fully understand what you've done. I understood nothing. But yeah. So like I said, always ask questions, because like looking back now, I still haven't got a clue what he's doing. At the time I was following, I did understand, but now, like looking back, nah, not a clue. Not a Scooby. But all good. It is all good, because yeah, it's just nice to see Mark Cook. He normally plays some not questionable choices, but good, yeah, okay choices. So it's just really nice to actually see him cook and go off. You know, so that is nice. But yeah, so he's just read my monster, and it is a case of now, like, oh, you can't activate anything. Like you're completely locked out of your monster effects unless you can special summon more, and you've got like a bunch of level 1 weak monsters on the field. So he did go to attack with one of the weaker ones, thinking his other field spell was still on, but that wasn't the case. But I'm not that kind of guy where it's like, no, you declared it, you must go with it. Nah, fuck that. Mistakes. So that's the end of round 2, and yeah, that did not go well for me at all. 2 of the worst starting hands I think I've drew with this deck ever. And interesting to see the Fire King, that whole engine go off as much as it did. Definitely full gas, played through 2 super polys, which is just normally unheard of, but here we go. Looks like I'm going to have to really sit and Theorycraft against that deck, because at the moment it's just kicking ass. But you know, that's the end of round 2. We've still got 2 more rounds to go, so hopefully we can still get at least 2-2 or a 3-1, depending who I get paired up against next. We'll see, because we're about going to break, and then from there we'll get our round 3 pairings. So I'll catch you guys after round 3. Okay, so here we are in round 3, and we are against Wally, and it is so upsetting that this game was over so quickly, because I love playing Wally, and we haven't been paired against each other in so long. But yeah, as you saw there, he normal summoned Ash Blossom, and yeah, I Ash something, it didn't matter, he still got Search off. He's playing Kashtira. Wally knows this deck inside and out. Wally does what Wally does. He's ripping cards up, max deck face down. He's overlaying into Shangri-La, and then he passes there. So it's our turn. We go ahead. We normal summon Sank, and he does Sank, and boom. Oh, sorry. He had a Sank to activate during my standby phase, so I go ahead and summon it. Again, I can't see what I summoned, so but I just discarded the Kotal. I grabbed the Gazelle. So what the hell's on my field? How did I just normal Gazelle? I've got a monster on my field. Oh, I spec Fenrir. That's what that is. I spec the Fenrir. I normal summon Gazelle. I activate the Chimera Fusion, and of course I activated it in the Imperm column. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, not really a whole lot I could do here, which really sucked. Like, he just punches over my gazelle, I think, or he banished it. He did take my gazelle. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. He just steamrolls me. He absolutely just runs me over. It did not last long at all. It was not. He just absolutely fucked me over, to put it simply. And then we just did the math set. Yeah, he's got bored. Banished one card. We're calculating it all up. Yeah, he's got game on board, I believe. Or I was left on 100 actually. And then he just overlays into Darkness, Flare, Metal Dragon. And it's like, okay, cool, so that's game. So we will be back after siding. Okay, so here we go for game 2. My opening hand was terrible. I go ahead, activate Kotal, and then I get drolled. And it's like, okay, cool. It was not cool. That hurt. It upset me. I got drolled. And then he goes ahead, specs Frankatops, and it's like... So the one way to get around my monster that can't be destroyed by battle is to destroy it by card effect or banish it. And it's like, yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. But it's what it is. Oh no, I'm cooked here. Activate the imperm on something. I can't remember on what, on his monster. Keep it level 4. And it's just like, yeah. Like I say, it's not a good thing for me here. I do get cooked, and I get cooked pretty hard. And it's like, yeah. All I can say is, like I said, I love playing Wally. I think it's brilliant playing Wally. And it is normally quite a fun back and forth little games we always tend to have. This time, wasn't on me. He got red MD. I'd do anything. I'd ban for game. So that's the end of game 3, and as you saw,
smack him.
Just didn't work out. I was up against Cash, so it's a strong deck still. I don't care what anyone says, it is still a very strong deck.
Bring back Elias Hart.
Don't bring back Elias Hart. We mean, he killed the whole game.
What do you mean? I love sitting on Macrocosmos.
So, yeah, exactly. Macrocosmos on legs. I'm not sure what's going on with the build, but it's definitely not doing what it was doing in testing, but that's down to me to try and figure that out. Or is it just a skill issue? Because there's always that possibility. But we'll see. It's a 42 card build. Let's try and limit that down to 40 cards for next week if I can. And yeah, we've still got one more round, so we can still go T2, hopefully get that neutral pair in, and we can go from there. If I end on 1-3 this week, I'll be really disappointed. That would be the worst showing I've had. But yeah, we'll go from there and see you guys in the next round. As you can see, we're still in the round. That's how quickly I got beat. We've still got 16 minutes in round, but we've got quite a few people already finished and off into the next round. Brendan's still playing David over there, and we've still got Short King and Aaron going off over here. Let's have a look at the footage here. Short King's field looks about normal. Just leave them alone. Don't want to get done for interfering in gameplay. But yeah, so far it's going okay. It's a fun day so far, all in. Another win will be lovely. Also, just quickly as well, before the next round starts, just an update. I now have an affiliate link with W Energy Drink. So, yeah, don't know why they gave me one, but here we are. So, if you're interested in a healthier energy drink, go to W website and use code Mystic Frost to get 10% off your order. Also, towards the wedding fund, we are currently sitting at just short of £130, which is not bad for a month and a half of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So, let's go. Okay, so here we go in round 4. As you've seen, I got absolutely destroyed in the last 2 rounds, so I'm looking for a little bit of payback. We're against Brendan, and yay, we love Brendan. We start off with Branded Fusion, go into the Lubellion, ditch the other Albaz in hand, to shuffle back the Albaz and Lubellion to go into Mirror Jade. Here we do the whole Chimera line, we are fully uninterrupted, so we get a rip a card. And yeah, cool. So then we spec back the Nightmare Magician, we add the Tau, and he goes ahead and nibs us, and it's like, okay, cool. Finally get Nightmare Magician out, and I get nibbed. We go ahead, we calculate it, and it is a fat rock. It's got like 7,900 attack, it's got like 6,000 odd defense, like we're talking big and beefy. However, we can still play. We're still cooking. I was able to get the other thingy, and I get Nightmare Magician back. And it's like, yeah, you know, we're still cooking, we're still living. I'm doing what I'm doing. His turn, he I ripped the X-Grav, which is, yeah, it's an alright hit. He just moves to end battle phase, he drops the evenly, so I get rid of the face down, I get rid of the Nightmare Magician, because you have to keep the nib token, you cannot banish tokens face down, so yeah, kind of stuck with that. And I thought keeping my monster in the gate and target in the gate live was the better option than just keeping Nightmare Magician. So he now summons Chocolate, summons Vanilla in defense. He's got the little girl on top of the extra deck now. He's pretty much got it set up. However, it did turn out that he was not running the trains in the extra deck, so he may get the level 10s up, but there's not really a whole lot he could do with them if he couldn't beat over them. So I switched the nib token to attack, and just punch over some stuff, because why not? I set a guard, his turn. Brendan realises that, he gave me a too fat of a nib token to do anything with, and he's going to struggle to get over that. He's seeing what he can do. He specs up the Vanilla. I think this is the moment where Brendan realised he can't get over the nib token. He went into Nightmare Unicorn to get rid of it that way. However, I banished Kotal to negate and destroy. And yeah, I think that hurt him more than what he realised. Towards the end phase, I banished Thingy to spec back the Chimera. Was it Chimera? Who did I spec back? I died, but there's Mirror Sword Knight. I tribute Mirror Sword Knight to spec out the Berthamet to get the quick play spell and the Gazelle. We activate, and we just fuse off into Guardian Chimera, so I can pop 2 on field and draw 1 card. However, believed I got ashed there, and I'm looking at what spec back. I spec back the Master Tau, because then when he's sent to the grave he can recover something else, so kind of just get that recursion going. Seeing what else we've got in the thing, we go ahead, we activate the face down Chimera Fusion to rip a card out to Foolish Burial, because we went into the Berthamet one. So and he just scooped it up. He saw a game there. So now we move on to the next game, back after siding. Okay, so here we go. Brendan picked for us to go first because he is a blind go second deck, it turns out. So cool. We normal summon Gazelle. Activate Chimera Fusion to go into the Chimera to rip a card from hand. Now, I do misplay here. I say misplay. No. In a tier 2 or higher event, I would get a minor warning for incorrect game state. And to be fair, so with Brendan, because we forget to do the Chimera rip, which does show, and then we have to rewind the game state to make it, to go back to a legal game state. As you see here, because he activates the extra, if we get rid of the cards, that's when we realised, oh shit, we didn't do the rip. And it's like, oh, okay. So we have to roll it back, and I actually hit the X-Grav. So the cards, what we just pulled out, the X-Deck have to go back. And it turns out that actually hitting that X-Grav hurt more than what he thought it would. So I've got a very weak nib token on the field, so it's very easy for him to punch over this one. So he got 900 defense. I'll take 3k to the face. And then at the end of his battle phase, I activate my evenly match. So now he has a choice to make. Keep the spell card or keep the monster. And he tries to keep the spell. So fair enough. And then I banish Thingy to get the Baphomet, which then I can activate the Chimera Fusion. And yeah, so now we're cooking. Now it's our turn to cook. And there we go. So we are cooking up a storm here. There's the Mirror Sword Knight. I don't have another Baphomet, but yeah, we don't need another Baphomet because okay, so that's the end of game 4, and as you saw, I took that one 2-0. There was a bit of misplay in game 2. I forgot to do the Chimera Rip, so we had to roll the gameplay back. If this was a tier 2 or higher event, that would have still happened. I would have just got a minor warning for incorrect game state. So since I'm the judge, I should know better, but yeah, shit happens. We all forget things at times, and yeah, we're more focused on having a laugh than the actual game state, and that's on me. But you know, it is what it is. We still took it. We went 2-2, and the deck worked as it should for game 4. Games 2 and 3 really hurt, so I still want to sit and have a little tinker with the deck, see what I can do. But I feel a little bit better about the build now. But yeah, so we will see where we place and see what if we pack anything decent, and I will catch you guys after the announcements. Okay, so going 2-2, I actually came 5th today, which is very undeserving. I should have placed a lot lower than that with hard played, but yeah, we'll take it. We got 1 pack and 1 OTS pack, so let's crack them open and see what we get. Okay, so we've got 1 Phantom Nightmare. I've already cracked that open just because I'm doing this one-handed, but I've not seen what's in it, so let's have a look. Cool. I have no idea if that's good for any deck. We're not one we're interested in. And then for our OTS pack, we got a Stovey. So, way Stovey. You guys, I think the DD Crow's worth more than Stovey. But yeah, so there we go. We pulled absolutely nothing worthwhile, but hey ho, we came 5th. We picked up all the Yubel cards we needed, so now we can see if Chimera Yubel can work. Okay guys, so this is after locals and the deck profile. Obviously this will go up before the gameplay footage in the actual video, but this is after the event because I needed to pick up a card from the event for the deck list, which I will show you in a moment. So that's why things are slightly different. So we'll start off with the main deck, and we're doing the profile the old-fashioned way as well. Most probably upload the deck profile to TikTok as well from here anyway. So starting off with, of course, the 3 Kotal. This is actually going to get a rarity bump soon thanks to the next OTS pack. This will be a super, so that will be great, and I can't wait for that. Next up we have the triple Mirror Sword Knight. This package hasn't changed much. The triple Gazelle, the double Baphomet, and the 3 Chimera Fusion. So that's all standard. That's what we're used to. Still running the 1 Master Tau. This comes in handy so much. I'm actually now on a Nightmare Magician as well. And I'm so thankful I am. I absolutely love this card. It's easily my top 3 favourite Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all time. And the card I need to pick up today is Emissary from the House of Wax. And this guy is fucking broken. If you don't know what this guy does, he does a couple of things. So when my opponent declares an attack, I can special summon him from my hand. Just spec him straight out. And like a lot of the other illusion monsters, he can't be destroyed by battle, nor can he destroy a monster by battle. However, at the end of my opponent's battle phase, all of their face-up monsters can then not change their battle position, nor can they be used as material for any extra deck summoning mechanic, and their effects are negated until the start of their next battle phase. Meaning, for my whole turn, unless they spec something new out in main phase 2, not using what's on the field, I can just go off. Their monsters are all negated until their next their next battle phase, which is just absolutely unreal if you think of it that way. This week was on the Fight Fur package, so 3 Patchwork, 2 Edge Imp, and 2 Polys. And again, for whatever reason, when I don't run this package, I seem to have Chimera Fusion quite often in my hand. But when I run this package, I always seem to have Poly in my hand. Quite strange, but yeah, it works still. 2 Fallen Valbars and 3 Branded Fusions. And then with the hand traps, we're on 2 Imperm, 3 Droll, and 3 Ash. And then with the board breakers, the 3 Super Polys and the 2 Fenrir. So the build was initially 3 Fenrir, but then I dropped 1 for the Emissary of the House of Wax, because I didn't really know what else to drop, so I just went with the 3rd Fenrir. The X deck, I haven't organised this, so I do apologise, I should have done that before the video. But of course the 2 Chimera, and then we're on the 2 of this as well still. I still advocate for 2 every time. Anyone who's not running 2, I just feel is really missing out. Then the 1 Chimera, the Illusion Beast, and the 1 Guardian Chimera. I do want to up this to 2, but I only have 1 still. I can't see me getting the second one anytime soon, so that's going to set 1 for a while. Then we've got Magnum the Reliever, which I didn't go into at all today, or if I did, it was only once. I can't remember now off the top of my head. And then your standard branded line of Ribram, 1 Lubellion, 1 Albion, and 1 Mirrorjade. Mirrorjade actually came in quite a few times today. However, I am looking for suitable replacements so I can start stripping this Albaz package down as much as possible. Because with more and more illusion support being printed in each set, it is becoming a case where instead of the deck's already gone from branded Chimera to Chimera branded, and now it's slowly becoming Chimera illusion. So, yeah, take that as you will. But then our Super Polys, we've got the Garura, the Mud Dragon, and the Predaplant, and then our 1 Typhoon. So, still pretty solid extra deck. With the sideboard, again, we've got our 3 copies of Evenly Matched, our 3 Cosmics, 3 Nibiru's. That hasn't changed. However, this has changed slightly. I've upped the Ghost Bell to 3. I didn't side that in at all today. And 1 copy of Harpies, which is getting an ulti in the OTS, so hopefully I'll pull that. 1 Invader of Darkness, and the End of Anubis is now in the sideboard. So all in all, I like the build, but as we saw with game 2 and 3, it did brick, and this deck shouldn't be bricking, to put it simply. I've got so many starters and searches, it should not be bricking, but yeah, it did. So we'll have to see what we do next week. I've picked up all of the Yubel cards, so maybe Chimera Yubel might be worth a try at some point down the line after I've theory crafted that a little bit. But for now, I feel this has done alright. And I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Catch you in the next clip.